Hello. It has been almost a year now, but here I am, clearly still alive. So without further ado, let's go for a quick recap. Logo. So, Duke recently canceled housing for juniors and seniors. I have applied to stay on campus because I am an international student, but just in case I don't get it, it's time to go apartment hunting. So I went and looked at the website of around 50 apartments around my area, and I have come up with a little list. And here is my checklist in the correct order. Okay, now I've plotted them on the map and found an optimal way of going to all of them. Let's get started. Okay, I am back, and I think I have reached a verdict. Now I have just finished signing this lease, so time to look at furniture. In the meantime, the multivariable calculus exam is tomorrow, so I'm going to start studying for that. Okay, so I am just about to finish my multivariable calculus exam. I've just finished looking everything over and everything looks fine, so I think I'm ready to submit this as soon as I sign the thing here. Done. Yay, submitted. We did all of this in, what, 6 weeks? Also, shout out to Margaret for lending me this book. And I have just finished looking at all of the furniture. It's time to go on an IKEA run. But before I do that, there are a few things I need to do. First, I have a list of all the items that are a priority because they're in low stock, and I have their catalog numbers as well as their location in the store so that I can go there and just find it easily. I also need to go and take a measurement of my car to know what can go into my car, and I'm going to bring this with me so that I can measure the package size. I'm going to bring this with me so I can keep the list updated as I go. Alright, now it's time to measure the back of the car to see what exactly can fit in. The measurements have been completed. So, good news is I think everything that I'm gonna get will fit in the back. So, dimensions are not a problem. Now the only thing I need to worry about is whether or not they actually have this stuff in stock. So this IKEA is in Charlotte, which is cool because a lot of people I know are from Charlotte, but I've never been there. Also, I haven't had breakfast yet, so cheers. We have arrived at the Swedish Disney World. By some kind of miracle, I found 2 legs. That is actually amazing because they're out of stock like literally in the whole country. Well, that was fun. We got a lot of stuff in the back, so I consider this a fruitful journey. So I am moving tomorrow, so it's time to start packing up. It actually won't be too hard to pack up because I only unpacked like 10% of the stuff. All right, everything is now in the apartment. Now, time to actually assemble things. Okay, day 3. Things are starting to come together kind of nicely. I have a few more things I need to assemble. Pretty much all of my electrical stuff have been set up. I have my desk space with a dedicated camera. I have pretty much every single light in here is connected to the internet. For example, hey Siri, turn on the kitchen lights.
Okay.
Hey Siri, turn off the kitchen lights.
Got it.
Okay, so I think I am pretty much done with this whole thing. And I got my other light here. I got kind of like my main light switch over here. Well, light switch, pretty much like anything switch kind of. And that's kind of like the workbench, and that's my normal like schoolwork desk. And this thing just arrived, so, and I just assembled it. This is my patio table, so I'm gonna bring that outside and put those chairs out. This hole in the wall here, I made it into kind of like a sitting nook kind of space. Alright, so right now I am in 2 piano related courses, but I haven't really been practicing because getting to a piano is so much hassle. So I've decided that I need a digital piano so that I can actually practice at home. And for me, I think it's really important that the keys are weighted because I need to feel that weight to get the muscle memory from playing the pieces. So I'm gonna have a look and see what's out there. Okay, I have looked around for quite a bit and I think I have a verdict. This piano looks pretty much like an upright piano, has wooden keys and nice weighted action. You know that moment when you like expected something to be big, but it still came bigger than you imagined? I'm gonna put my hand here for scale. Alright, I'm gonna try to do some stretches and warm-ups and then I can start trying to assemble this. Alright, I found some help and was able to get this thing set up. It sounds quite good. I have already tried it. Pretty realistic feel. It's got repeated action, so if I repeat a note really fast, it will still sound every time I hit it. And the pedals do have half pedal, so if I'm playing a note, this is no pedal, this is full pedal, and if I only hold the pedal down a tiny bit, and just to show you the repeated notes, when I repeat a note very fast, you do indeed hear all the repetition. So that's good. All right, so overall for a practice piano, this is pretty good.
Thermostat time. We're ripping open used thermostat.
So I think this little like thermometer on here is actually completely independent from the control of like the air conditioning. You see this little like tube here? That has a drop of mercury in it.
So we don't want to open that tube.
No, you don't want to open that tube. But, so I think what happens is that this coil here, I think it changes in tension, like when temperature changes. So when you move this thing, and then when it tilts, when the temperature changes, this drop of mercury will like move over here to connect these 2 wires. And that completes the circuit and turns on the air conditioning. I think, let's see. Okay, so now if I move this up so that this drop flows back here, I think it would stop the air conditioner. Yep.
Oh.
Hey. Cool, let's go flip the circuit breaker. Number 13, 15 is heat. Is this a 9 or 6? It's a 6. 6 and 8 is AC. Okay, that's really good. Okay, cool. Let's get the screwdrivers.
Replace the lid on it.
Okay, now you should be able to just pull this off. Cool.
Oh.
Okay, so now I feel like I'm disarming a bomb. Ooh, fancy screwdriver. Cool, so that's the base plate, and those, I think those labels on here should correspond to where these wires were plugged into. There's some like annoying bump on the wall here. What can I do about that? Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
So now we're going to just, I think this should just clip on like that.
Yay!
Okay, and now I'm going to go and flip the breaker.
Ooh, there's a light.
It is done. Good morning. It is Halloween, and I have placed various Halloween-related things around the house. There's a skull over here, an owl over here where I store my Kit Kats, another pumpkin over here where I also store my Kit Kats, and I have some pumpkins here. One is a normal pumpkin and one is a four-year pumpkin, which I think is the scariest of all. Here is my flesh-eating plant thingy. It stays here to guard me when I practice piano, so if I don't practice enough, it will try to murder me. And this is one of the frames that was on the wall but is now on the floor because it randomly fell off one day, so I'm leaving it there because it must be a sign of Halloween. And here I have a sign that reminds me to rest in pieces. So, as many of you may know, I prefer to sleep on the floor. However, life is all about trying new things. So, I got a mattress and I am going to try it out. Caution, 2-person lift. Challenge accepted. Good morning. It's 5 days into the break and I'm already bored out of my mind. So today I'm going to take a little trip to Charlotte to visit some friends. Which one is which?
Julia. Sophia.
Hello, it is time to assemble this Christmas tree. Okay, I think it is almost done. Let's plug it in and see. Yay! Okay. Cool. Now I guess it's time to start putting stuff on there. Now I know there isn't a tree topper yet, and that is because last time I went to Target, they didn't have it. So I'm probably gonna go again soon and see if they have it, and if they don't, I'm going to 3D print one. And last but not least, we gotta put this skirt thing on. And we are done. Looks pretty cool, and I think this will look great in my Zoom background, and it will also look pretty great from outside the window. So there we go. All right, this looks very good. I think my Zoom background is now going to be very aesthetic. Okay, now that it's done, it is not a complete tree without adding my personal touch to it. So here's what I did. Hey Siri, turn on the Christmas tree. Alright, so today's mission is to mount this thing onto the wall. This is an electric fireplace. It does produce heat, but I'm mainly getting it for the aesthetics. It's gonna have like flame patterns over here in the front. So I'm thinking of mounting it over there on that wall, but I don't know where the studs in the wall are. And I stood here kind of tapping along this wall for the past like 20 minutes or something, and I still couldn't find exactly where the studs are. So I think I'm gonna go get a stud finder. All right, I have obtained a stud finder. Okay, so there's an outlet here. So I expect there to be a stud somewhere around this part of the wall. Yep, there it is. Found it. Okay, so let's... Oh, it says there is an AC line nearby here, also along the stud, which makes sense. So I'll just have to try to be careful not to drill into it. Okay, now the bracket is mounted, and I have just put the drill into this left stud over here that had the power line running next to it. So I haven't touched it yet, so just to be on the safe side, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a multimeter and I'm going to measure if there is a potential difference across the metal and my body. So I'm going to hold one prong in one hand and the other one over here and see if there is a potential. Nope, it's your normal 200 millivolts thing, which means I can touch this. Yeah, it's fine. All right, it is now plugged in. Let's try this. Let me dim the lights and see what happens if I turn it on. That looks pretty cool. And I think I can also change the color of the flame like this. Cool. And this is all with the heat function not on. I'm probably not going to use the heat functionality a lot because the heating in the house is usually more than good enough. Good morning! I have decided to take a spontaneous trip to Orlando, so this is Orlando. And I am about to head to Daytona Beach because apparently that's a good place to go. Oh, hello. Congratulations if you made it this far into the video. As you can see, it is now nighttime outside because it has taken quite a bit to edit all of that together. But now you're all caught up, and I'm all caught up, and hopefully we won't get that far behind again. Alright, that's it. See you soon, hopefully.